So exactly how does your brain generate fractals when you trip on psychedelics? At the back of your brain, in your occipital lobe, is the primary visual cortex, also called V1. V1 is where visual information from your eyes first arrives in the cortex, and is organized in a very particular way. It's laid out in repeating modules called hypercolumns. Inside each hypercolumn are orientation columns. These are groups of neurons that respond to specific line orientations. Some neurons fire when they see horizontal lines, others fire for vertical lines, others for diagonals. And these columns are arranged in a beautiful geometric pattern called a pinwheel structure. When you hallucinate with your eyes closed, you're not seeing much external input. You're seeing the back of your eyelids. The geometry you see reflects the geometry of how V1 is wired. But the way your retina maps onto V1 isn't a simple one-to-one correspondence. It's distorted, like a fisheye lens. The center of your vision, your fovea, gets massive representation in your V1. The peripheral gets compressed. This is called cortical magnification. So when patterns form in V1, they have to be transformed through this map to create what you actually see. A stripe pattern in V1 becomes something very different in your visual field when you apply this transformation. And this is the key to understanding form constants. In the 1920s, way before the invention of LSD, a German-American psychologist named Heinrich Kluver was conducting experiments at the University of Minnesota. He and his research assistant were taking mescaline, peyote, in the lab and carefully documenting what they saw. And Kluver noticed the patterns they saw were repeating across different sessions, across different subjects. The same geometric shapes kept appearing. And in 1928, he published his findings. He called these repeating patterns form constants, and he organized them into 4 categories. The first category, lattice, checkerboards, honeycombs, triangles, filigree patterns. Second category, cobwebs, interconnected web-like networks. Third category, tunnels and funnels, spiraling vortices that you feel like you're traveling through. Fourth category, spirals, rotating, expanding, contracting patterns. These patterns appeared regardless of individual differences, regardless of set and setting, regardless of whether people had seen them before. Kluver realized these must reflect something fundamental about how the visual system is built. And he was right.